Hey everybody, welcome back to another business analysis video. In today's video, I will be showing you a quick demo of Jira and how to create epics and user stories for your team. So to start off, you want to go on the Atlassian website and sign up for a free version of Jira so that you can practice and learn how to use the tool. I'll link the website below so that you can go and explore and get a free version for yourself. So let's dive right into the demo. So let's start by looking at this case study of a gym called XYZ's Gym to help us determine the activity sequence of our project. Now, this gym is looking to create a membership website for its members so that they can access various gym activities, okay? And you are employed as business analyst to be part of the team to set this up. So you're going to write user stories by using user story mapping technique to gather your business requirements for release prioritization, okay? So how do we do this? We do this by using this user story mapping. We're using it to identify our activity sequence and what we are releasing for each sprint within the agile methodology. So we highlight our epics as well as our user stories. So let's dive straight into Jira. Okay, so once you log into Jira in your free version, you will come across this page within the Jira software. And in order to create our project, you already have this in the dashboard to create project. Because we're following the Scrum methodology or within Agile, let's select this. It also provides you with a template, so you can also select this template. However, when you start as business analyst, generally the project has already been created. So all you need to do is gain access to the project space, okay? So we've selected our project template as Scrum, and now we want to see what is it asking you to choose a project type. Is it company managed or team managed? Let's go with team managed. Okay, now we want to name the project, so let's just call it XYZ Gym. XYZ Gym. So it gives you a key. Once you start, this will be part of the keys represented within our epics and user stories. Let's just create the project. Voila! So it's already created for us our roadmap section, the backlog section, as well as the board section. Okay, so let's start to create our epics. I'm going to go to the backlog section. And within here, you can already see it's created a sprint 1. And you can see the various activities, the story, the task, or the bugs. You can also manage the issue type. But let's create our epics. And I'm going to select the epic panel so that I can begin to create the epic. So our first epic, when we looked at the story mapping, was to browse, right? So our first epic will be ability for visitors to browse and search the website. Okay, that's it. And then we create our next epic will be ability for visitors to join the membership site. And our third epic will be ability for logged in members to view and book available classes. Done. So that's how you create your epic within the backlog. Now let's create our user stories. So we're already within the backlog. We've created our 3 epics. In order to create the user stories, you just click here to create issue. And within this drop down, you can select what you want to create. We already have the flag here for a story, right? And one of our stories for one of the epics is the categories. So let's just call these categories within the web page. Okay, and you see that it automatically creates the story number for you. Okay, and then another story would be find your gym. Okay, find your gym, enter. Okay, so another user story would be part of our epic as well for joining. So we want a registration. Users should be able to register. Okay, so let's start to add our user stories and acceptance criteria to each of these stories. You can see that I've already sort of played around with this one. So let's click on this to open in a new browser. So initially when I created it, there was no option for acceptance criteria. There was only the option for description. So if you'd like to add more options, all you have to do is go on configure, and then you're able to add further sections. If you want to add a summary or want to add description or acceptance criteria, you can easily do that, and it will be applied to all these types of issues, which is the story. So let's go to this. As you all know, I already walked you through how to write a user story. So we want to identify who, what, and why with our user stories. Okay, so it's represented in this format as a XYZ gym website visitor. I want to be able to browse options to view gyms closest to me. I want to be able to browse options to view the gym locations so that I can view or visit the gyms closest to me. So that's our user story done. Now we want to add our acceptance criteria, and it's written in given, when, then format. Given I am a visiting, when I browse to view gym locations, then I can see available gyms near me. So you can write as many acceptance criteria as relating to the stories. Okay, this is what I'm doing for now. Here you can also assign the user story to somebody. You can assign it to myself. You can also link issues. You can link to a conference page or to a web link. You can add a child issue if you want to create another child issue there. Or you can also attach documents that relates to this story. Okay, so that's that story. Oh, now let's add the epic for this by clicking add epic, and we know this is relating to ability for visitors to browse. So once you do that and you come back to your backlog, you can see that this has been added. So let's go ahead and create the rest of the stories for each of these issues. then the system will display a timetable. Then I can select the time, then I can book my session. C'est fini. So let's add our epic here. I think this one would be for ability for logged in members to browse. Like I said, you can also attach, maybe you want to attach the types of options available so that dev team can create that. You can also attach a wireframe to show them how the page should look like and where things should be placed within the page. You can also assign it to someone within your team. And yeah, so that's how you begin to create your epics and user stories within your backlog. So once you have these in your backlog, the responsibility of the business analyst is to prioritize. So you can move things about within your backlog as you work on it and refine each story. You can move them about so that the ones that are ready can be at the top, and then during your sprint planning, after you've decided what goes into a sprint, we already have sprint 1 created, something that we can work on in the next couple of weeks or in release 1. We can then move them into the sprint. So let's say we've decided with the team that we can create these 3, for example. We can create, and that's our sprint 1 created. So let's say you're ready to start your sprint. All you have to do is just click on Start Sprint. You can name the sprint, whatever name you want. You can select your duration. They're generally between 2 to 4 weeks, but let's leave it on 2 weeks. You can select your start date and your end date and your sprint goal. You can add your sprint goal is to deliver all these 3 tickets, okay? So when you go into, so this is our backlog of stories, where you can continue to refine. You can also view the roadmap here. It adds it automatically because we have started the sprint, so it creates that roadmap for each of the epics relating to the user stories. And on our boards also, we have these already created in the boards where you can select the issues that are in progress or done. You can begin to lift and drop these so that the team can watch and manage what each sprint or each tickets are being worked on. You can also create the next sprint, or you can set these ready as you go along. You can move this one here depending on how prioritized the backlog is. Say you've completed your sprint, let's just move everything over and done. Ooh, let's see what happens when we move everything to done, and then you can click on complete sprint. It shows you how many days remaining within your sprint. So if you click complete sprint, yay, that's all of them. Well done, our sprint is completed. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I hope you've enjoyed that short demo of Jira. I just wanted to show you at high level a project example, as well as some epics and user stories on how to create these within Jira and how to work through them within different sprints. So I hope you found some value in today's content. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the content. Look out for next week's video where I'll be talking to you about the differences between working as a permanent employee and working as a contractor. Till then, I'll see you in my next one. Peace.